You know when you have a day and you're just like, I'm tired and I can't, but I can't take a sick day because of, well, you know how taking a sick day is as a teacher. You just like don't. Or you do, and then, there's a crap ton of work, and it's kind of like you have to weigh the benefits of, is a sick day actually worth it? Or is it going to just be more work later that I'm going to regret because I still kind of feel sick anyways? Like, you know how that happens and you're like, don't know if it's worth it. Okay, this is one of the activities that you might want to do on one of those kinds of days where you don't actually take a sick day because it's just a crap ton of work to take a sick day, but you need a day that's like, okay, where your kids are doing something and they're getting something, but it's not a lot of you. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully, you guys aren't like, what is she talking about? So, let me explain this activity. It's really, really simple. And I've just been calling it read and screenshot in my head because that's the activity. So, here's what it is you need a YouTube video or a video that your kids have access to. And it works best if it's kind of a story based activity. So, like a music video, you guys have been picture talking or movie talking, or maybe a Senior Wooly video your kids have been using, or something that your kids are familiar with is going to be the best for, especially if you're doing this with novices. If your kids are a little bit higher, they don't have to have seen the movie before. But if your kids are lower, it's going to be easier if they're at least like familiar with the story or have some support with the structures. Okay? So you need a video. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take that video and you're going to embed it in a slideshow or like a PowerPoint, whatever. Then you're going to make a series of slides, and on each of those slides on the top you're going to write a sentence that describes something that happens in that video. So it could be, I un chico. And then the next slide is going to be a different sentence that describes a different part of the story. Hay un gato. Hay un chico y un gato. Right? You get the idea. You're adding slides, and each slide has a sentence on it. Maybe it's just a short sentence. Maybe it's a longer sentence. It needs to be something your students can understand. Okay? As many sentences as you want. I think I did between 15 and 20, and it took my kids almost 40 minutes. Okay, it took them a lot longer than I was anticipating it taking them, but you'll see why, I think. So, you've got your movie. You've made your slides with one sentence per slide that describes something that's happening in the video. And then you distribute the slides. So, force copy or, Google Classroom. Each student gets their own copy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know. I have tutorials for how to do that. But you distribute the slides to your students. And then the instructions are as follows. Watch the video, read the sentence, and take a screenshot. That's it. So your students are going to read the sentences, and as they're watching their video, they're going to pause it and take a screenshot of the moment in the movie that illustrates the sentence. So if your sentence is "Hay un chico," they're going to watch the movie, and then they're going to pause it and take a screenshot of a moment from that movie that illustrates the sentence. So they're, you know what I mean? They're illustrating their comprehension of the sentence, but they don't have to draw anything, which is kind of nice because sometimes drawing on their computers is a pain. There's no paper passing out, there's no cutting, there's no coloring, right? And like I said, you can add as many sentences as you want. If you want to make this like almost zero prep for yourself, you could start off by having them watch the movie and have the kids come up with as many sentences as they can, right? And you could do that as a whole class activity. And then you could just pick, right? You as a teacher could pick a couple sentences that you want to use for this activity as a follow-up activity. If you need an extension, you've passed out, right? You passed out the slides, they read the sentences, they took the screenshots. Okay, everybody, follow-up activity. See how many sentences you can add. Okay, so maybe your first sentence is "Hay un chico," your next sentence is "Hay un gato," and in between, they're going to insert a slide that says "Hay un chico y un gato en una casa." Okay, have them see if they can add details to your story. Okay, because there's no way you're going to be able to describe every single second of every single video in your slides. And you really don't want that many slides for them to take a screenshot of, because otherwise it really will take them a long time. Okay? That's it. That's all. Hopefully you're like, oh my gosh, I can totally use this tomorrow. And if you're like, Ashley, this is not exciting nor new, sorry. Just trying to be helpful. So, to recap how this thing works, you find a video, you write 15 to 20 sentences that describe a scene of the video, okay? And you put one sentence per slide. Then you distribute the slides to your students. Your students read the sentence, and they take a screenshot from the video that illustrates that sentence, and they put it on the slide. And they do that for each. And if you wanted to do an extension, you could have them add details to in between. Okay? I hope that's helpful. I hope you all go enjoy and have a restful Sunday. Restful. It is Sunday, right? My days are so mixed up. I'm going to go take a nap. Bye.